I got the idea of a really fun update I wanted to push to Ortpedia. So I wanted to showcase my step-by-step process of how I go from this idea to pushing an update to the site. So the idea is that when someone on Ortpedia, let me go to my localhost. So when someone on Ortpedia pushes a website update, blah, 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 random update, and then they create a page, I want to make it so that this page that was created actually gets automatically posted to Twitter. I think that would be a really fun way to drive engagement and showcase new pages. So my current database for Ortpedia runs on Supabase, which is a database system. And Supabase has a real-time feature where it sends and receives messages to connected clients. The way that my site works is that when someone posts a page, it automatically updates the Supabase database with that page. So if I connect the Supabase database to this real-time API and have a program that I can put on the cloud that is connected to Twitter API, anytime someone posts a site, I should be able to have the system automatically post the site and post a link to the site. So I started by Googling, and the way that I would lay this out is that when someone posts a page, I would want the page to be showcased, saying like, hey, this @Twitter user just posted this site, check it out, link in the thread. And then I want the reply to the thread to be the link, just because Twitter API or like the Twitter algorithm disfavors posts that have the link first in the thread. But if you add the link as a reply, then it doesn't disapprove you from the algorithm, or it doesn't remove credits from you for the algorithm. So I first searched up posting threads on Twitter with the API, and the Google AI said to post threads on Twitter using the API, we need to utilize a Twitter developer account to access the API, send multiple tweet requests to a specific parameter indicating they're part of a thread. And they kind of went through and showed this example code snippet where we use a Tweepy library and it gives example code. And this is the first tweet in the thread. And I'm not too sure if this code is accurate, but I think if I tell ChatGPT that I want to use the Tweepy API, which it seems like we're going to use, then it's capable of doing that. So I'm going to go into repo prompt and I'm going to do a couple things. I already made a folder for the auto poster with my env keys already in. So I'm going to use repo prompt, and this whole process will be posted in the description. I use in the case repo prompt to O1 pipeline. I'm going to put Ortpedia in, and I'm going to just select the entire code base, which is about 45k tokens, which is fine because O1 Pro is capable of dealing with 120k tokens. Since this is a Next.js app, there is an ICO file, which is a picture that has way too many tokens for no reason. So I removed that. You see, we nearly got 10k tokens removed. So we got the whole code base in. So I got that. Make sure you don't have pictures added, or else the bytes are gonna add a lot of tokens. And then I'm going to add the folder of the Ortpedia auto poster, where I have the env and env example. I'm going to select these two. And then I'm going to describe everything I said in the repo prompt. I'm going to say, I want to create a system for Ortpedia. I want to create an external system for Ortpedia that listens into the database and posts a new tweet anytime someone contributes a page. We're going to use the Supabase real-time API, real-time event. What is it called? Let me go back. We're going to use the Supabase real-time feature for this and listen to when a new page. So in my database, I have pages. So I'm going to add, and we're going to listen to when a new page gets added to the pages table in Supabase. When a new page is added to the pages table in Supabase, I want to post a tweet that follows this format. It's going to be a thread style post because the algorithm of Twitter does not like when we put external links in the first post. And then I'm going to label this by first post. So I'm going to say a new Orpedia page was created, and then insert user here. So I'm gonna put at insert user here has created a new page, and then I'm gonna put quotation marks, insert title here, has created a new page, insert title here. View the link down, view the page link down below, and then I want a down emoji. I want a pointer finger down emoji. Pointer finger down emoji. Is my Wi-Fi plugin? Yes, I want this one. And then I'm gonna put second post, and the second post is simply going to be the Orpedia link / page. So let me find my Orpedia link. Browse pages, and I'm gonna just grab a random page, Based Angels, because I think they're a cool page. Second post. So Orpedia / page, and insert slug here. So let me wrap this up in tildes just so we have organization. And then I'm gonna add extra info. I want to directly ping the user that created the page on Twitter, since we have Twitter login. We can get the information of who created a page via, and if I go back to the Superbase table, we can get the username, we can get the Twitter username of who created a page by checking the pages table, looking at the created by column, and syncing that with the users table, in which the ID column is the same as the created by column from the pages table. The username column contains their username without the @ so just add the @ then the username, so we can ping them in the post. And one extra thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to screenshot the tables. So I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna paste this in O1 Pro. I'm also gonna screenshot the users table. So I'm gonna screenshot this just so the AI has a visual reference of what I'm working with. And finally, I'm going to say, so that's the example. I'm going to say, I have my .env.example fully filled out. Oh, I forgot to add. So I have my .env example fully filled out with both the Superbase URL, the service role. I have my .env.example fully filled out with both the Superbase URL plus the service role, as well as the Twitter API keys, which is marked as consumer key. So I'm gonna say consumer key, consumer secret, access token secret. I'm going to add further information of, let me see, what else should we add here? We're going to use the Tweepy library for this. We're going to use a Tweepy Python library for this. Please add the functionality. I guess, yeah, I'm gonna just say we're gonna use a Tweepy API library for this. I'm going to add in the O1 Pro base and O1 format prompts, which you could get from AK in the description. I just use the exact one he has, which tells O1 Pro the format in which we should get it returned to. And finally, I'm gonna say, here are the Superbase real-time docs. So Superbase has a convenient page where we could edit this page on GitHub. I'm gonna get the raw data of that entire page, wrap it in tildes, paste it in. And Tweepy, should I get this? Should I get this as an example? You must have a Twitter developer account, API library, in reply to status ID when creating subsequent threads. set. So I think this looks pretty good, to be honest. I might just copy this whole thing, and then I'm gonna say another AI system recommended this for posting a thread using the Tweepy library. Please only reference this. Do not rely on this as the ultimate solution, as you probably have deeper information about the Tweepy library. And then I'm gonna paste this in. I'm going to copy this entire prompt after making sure everything is good. Oh, super important. I'm gonna get the SQL. I'm gonna get my database SQL as context information. Now I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go to ChatGPT O1 Pro. I'm gonna paste this in and hit send. And now we just wait. Okay, I was having way too many issues with the Python version, so I'm taking the exact same code or the exact same prompt that I wrote here, and I switched it to use JavaScript instead. Main problem is that the real-time docs is only for JavaScript, so that was bugging. So rather than using Tweepy in Python, we're using Twitter API v2, now we're using super-based JavaScript. So I made and I set up my TypeScript code base for this. And it's the same thing. So I'm just using index.ts. I'm going to copy all of this. I have my schema selected. You just look and see my schema. So same prompt, same everything. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna paste this in and wait for this response. Waiting is the worst part, to be honest. Okay, we got the code base response back. So because of the way that McKay formats the O1 response, all we have to do is copy the markdown file it gives back to us and Orpedia auto poster and add that to the XML parser that he also made that's open source. And when I go back to my code base, we can see that all the code is added. We even have like the config and the API, and there's no errors in this code. So if I run this code, so if I go bun index.ts, it looks like it is listening for new page inserts. So it's looking for pages, new page inserted. Okay. So if I go ahead and I make a new page and page test, and I create a new page insert, does it pick it up? I know why it wasn't picked up. This code actually might have worked first try perfectly fine. I have to go into my Supabase table, edit it, and enable real time so it broadcasts when new changes happen. And then I create a page. So let me go back. Let me make a new page and say runes. Runes are dead. And I create a new page. Ooh. Okay, so it picked it up. But I got error handling new page insert. So let me say this. Okay, so it does work. It does pick it up. If I say got this error when handling new page insert, and we got a 403 error when trying to post tweets. So this error occurs when trying to post tweets because of your Twitter. I can check that your Twitter API credentials are present in env file. Verify Twitter permissions. Ensure you have read and write permissions enabled. Okay, wait. I have another code base in Hearth. I have this code public on a GitHub to where my chatbot could post to Twitter automatically. So if I go to the chatbot module and I go to the Twitter tool and I look at how this posts, I just use Twitter API key, Twitter key secret, Twitter access token, Twitter token secret. So I already had this code work once before. I'm gonna just copy this code and I'm gonna go back to O1. And I'm gonna be like, so I got this error. Let me go back to this old chat actually. So I have another code base with working Twitter API code. Please implement the logic from this code base. And I'm gonna paste that in. By the way, I kind of had the same problem with the other code base in which I was working with that, and the way I fixed it Why is it updating my package.json? Yeah, no idea what I did with the old code, but it works. So I assume the same thing is gonna work here. I just refreshed my tokens after enabling OAuth, and I make a new page. Oh, posted a tweet. Successfully posted tweet thread. Oh, okay, it did post. Shit. So I'm gonna say my code works in posting a new thread. However, it did not reply to the original tweet ID. Please make it so the second post gets replied to the original tweets that gets posted. Would it understand that? Let me modify the code to properly create a thread by replying to the first tweet. So let's have some logging for good measure so we could actually grab console.log first tweet ID. First tweet ID. So if we try running this again, I go test 44, 444. Did that work? First tweet ID equals this. And then we go to the Ordpedia Twitter. Oh, cool. Okay, sick. That's it. That's functionality. We got that working. Twitter API is annoying. So obviously it says that it didn't work, but if we go to localhost 3000, then it loads in the page. Cool. So that was a speed run on how I created a, let me delete these. But that was a speed run on how I created a dank new feature for Ordpedia. I just gotta erase all my keys and restart now.